With no obvious evidence of advanced tools, how did these early peoples manage to lift and place stones that weigh several tons? How did they transport such massive blocks to the top?
I'm not gonna hold this against you.
The
Just do
mainstream
your
view
job.
that these tools were built using basic tools and brute force leaves much to be desired, considering the precision and scale of the structures. Theories, however, some suggesting that the people of Keel had access to long-lost techniques or knowledge that we have yet to acquire. They have had a better understanding of mathematics and engineering than previously thought.
You know, I thought getting caught.
External influences, traders, travelers, or even those from distant lands, who brought with them knowledge and technologies unknown to the local population. And then there are the fringe theories, those that push the boundaries of mainstream thought. Could it be that Keel is not just a miracle site, but a symbol of something much larger, a cosmic map, whose guide to the heavens? Some have speculated that these megalithic structures were designed by next straight shot to communicate with the stars.
Is this spot
Aligning with celestial bodies as the years that
Yeah, dude.
beginning to
So I did that.
You gotta get a 360 no scope
these
with it.
ancient people possessed astronomical knowledge past generations, perhaps even predating some civilization.
But right after I jumped down, I'm like,
Even impressions of civilization that the people of Keel connected to something beyond the earth itself, something that modern science struggles to grasp. But as with many ancient mysteries, answers remain elusive. While the life of the men is still considered one of the most
I think I have something for you. We've got to see.
instead, no conclusive evidence has been found to support the theory of murder. Furthermore, the idea of a curse surrounding the tomb has only added another layer of
If that looks good,
excavation team, most notably financier of the expedition, died shortly after the tombs discovered. As we leave the misty hills of Ireland behind and journey into the Mediterranean heartlands, another ancient enigma awaits us, this time on the sun-drenched island of Menorca, one of the Balearic Islands in Spain. Here, amidst the rugged landscapes and scattered ruins, lies the Torre del Galvez Talaiot complex, a site that has captivated archaeologists and historians for centuries. The Talaiot people, whose civilization flourished here between 1000 BC and 1500 BC, built a world of stone, a world that, even in its fragments, suggests a level of sophistication and mystery far beyond what the mainstream narratives would lead us to believe. The complex stretches over several hectares, a sprawling site of towers, sanctuaries, homes, and walls, each stone seemingly placed with purpose, yet much of its deeper meaning remains hidden beneath layers of time. At the heart of the complex stands the Talaiot, a massive circular stone structure that towers over the surrounding landscape. These structures, built of enormous blocks of local limestone, are often described as watchtowers or ancient sites, but their exact purpose remains unclear. Why were they built with such precision? And why did the people of the Talaiot culture feel the need to elevate these structures so prominently? Was it purely functional, an outpost for surveillance or a symbolic marker of power? Or was there a deeper, more enigmatic reason for their creation? The Talaiot of Torre del Galvez is especially intriguing because of the size and complexity. Unlike similar small Talaiots scattered around this one's massive, often central chamber is clearly designed to withstand the test of time.
Scan complete. You are
Such a
cleared to
structure
land at
raises
New
questions.
Atlantis.
How did a relatively small, insular community possess the knowledge and resources to create such a monumental edifice? What tools or techniques did they employ to lift and position these massive stones, some weighing several tons each? While mainstream scholars attribute this to sheer handwork or rudimentary tools, the precision with which the stones fit together suggests a level of skill and intelligence that we actually understand. Irish societies. ancient civilizations. They were a much larger, interconnected world of ancient peoples, exchanging ideas and knowledge long before we ever thought possible. They were expanding the earth mysteries of the giants, steam, we introduced strange stone circles and planets, the site includes numerous metal enclosures, some of which belong to medieval Greece, suggesting that the people of Torre del Galilei had knowledge of celestial signs. Did they use these metal enclosures to tell tales of the heavens? Were they perhaps even more significant, acting as observatories for long forgotten events, gaining us to a larger cosmological understanding? It is clear
Got
that
another ship.
made a deep connection to the rhythms of nature, but the full extent of their knowledge remains an open question. Galileo's standard from other ancient suns, however, is the overarching mystery of its abandonment. By around 1500 BC, the Taliatic culture vanished from the fate, leaving behind its towering structures and sacred enclosures to be claimed by the island's winds and rains. The reasons for this decline remain speculative. Was it a result of outside invasion, internal collapse, or environmental changes that made the land unsustainable? Or perhaps, did the Taliatic people simply leave, migrating elsewhere, their once thriving civilization slipping into the annals of history? In recent years, some fringe theories have suggested that the collapse of the Taliatic culture could have been linked to larger, more mysterious events, perhaps even astronomical phenomena, catastrophic natural disasters. Could the people of Minorca have been aware of a coming cosmic event, something that signaled the end of their way of life? Such theories remain speculative, with little evidence to support them, but the possibility raises questions. Across ancient cultures, we see repeated references to celestial omens, prophecies, and the idea that the stars could influence the fate of entire civilizations. As we stand on the rocky hills of Torre del Galvez, looking out over the ruins, one can't help but feel that this place holds secrets far beyond the physical remains we see. What knowledge did the Taliatic people possess? Knowledge of the stars, of the earth, or of something even more elusive? What forces caused their civilization to vanish, leaving behind only the remnants of their once great structures? And perhaps most intriguingly, what truths about our own past remain hidden in the stones of Torre del Galvez, waiting to be uncovered by those who dare to ask the right questions? The answers, it seems, may still be out there, quietly waiting for discovery. From the sun-scorched hills of Minorca, we now turn our attention to a more distant and desolate place, where the wind howls across the rugged plains of the Orkney Islands in Scotland. Here, in the far north, lies one of the most extraordinary megalithic structures in prehistoric Europe. As you approach the site, the landscape feels somewhat ancient, almost ruined, and it's easy to imagine how this place may have been seen as a gateway between worlds. Asia is an imposing chambered cave, a burial tomb built around 2800 BC during the Neolithic period. At first glance, it seems like little more than a mound of earth and stones, blending seamlessly into the surrounding hills. But as you step closer, the true magnitude of this structure begins to unfold. The tall, narrow entrance leads into the heart of the mound, and as you pass through, you find yourself standing in a massive, dark chamber, its ceiling vaulted with stars that illuminate Starfield's iconic emblem. Inside, the air is thick with history. The chamber itself is simple in design.
I got another boat.
Surrounded in large, upheaval stones that form a narrow, rectangular
Got another ship.
It's a story of solitude, made of the mysterious meeting places that cover its walls.
No, I killed everybody.
Its markings, some of the earliest known runic inscriptions in the world.
Yeah, you.
Killed everybody. Or like they just died because of your actions.
We can scarcely
No, I killed everybody on the ship. I forgot.
created
thought you were talking about on the ship I got.
How's that?
Oh. Well, no, not yet. But I can just go buy some too at local clubs. They all got specialized specialties and shit too.
Particularly during the winter solstice, when the sun's rays illuminate the chamber's entrance, casting light into the heart of the tomb. This alignment, like that of many other megalithic sites, suggests a sophisticated understanding of the scroll, and some believe the site may have been used for ritualistic, religious purposes, possibly tied to the cycles of life and death. Yet, despite the prevailing explanations, there is something about Meisho that defies easy categorization. As we explore the site further, questions begin to emerge. The carvings on the walls, for example, are more complex and numerous than one might expect from a somewhat burial site. Some of the markings appear to be symbols, while others resemble runic characters, suggesting a possible link to the ancient Norse peoples, who did not arrive on the Orkney Islands until much later, around 800 AD. How could these inscriptions be here, in a structure built thousands of years before the Vikings? Did the people who built Meisho have contact with unknown cultures? Was there much old, forgotten history that connects them? Adding to the intrigue is the strange and deliberate alignment of the tomb's entrance. The passageway is not only aligned with the winter solstice, but also seems to point directly toward the distant hills of the mainland. Is this simply a matter of convenience? Was the location of the tomb selected for reasons we are only beginning to understand? Could it be that Meisho is not just a tomb, but a marker, an ancient landmark that pointed the way to something far greater, perhaps a hidden knowledge or esoteric truth? More questions arise when we consider the purpose of Meisho beyond its role as a burial site. Though there is little direct evidence to suggest it was anything but a tomb, there is an undeniable sense that the structure was built with an intention that goes beyond the ordinary. In addition to the runic inscriptions, Meisho contains an unusual feature, a series of large stones that form an internal structure, and some researchers have speculated that these stones could have been used for astronomical observations, similar to those found at other Neolithic sites like Stonehenge. Could it be that Meisho was part of a larger network of sites that functioned as observatories, helping ancient peoples to track the stars, the moon, and the movements of the sun with uncanny precision? Of course, there are other, more speculative theories. Some suggest that Meisho may have been time capsule, or a repository for knowledge, its carvings and precise alignments acting as a key to unlock a hidden wisdom passed down through generations. Could it be that the builders of Meisho, like the builders of other megalithic sites, were aware of celestial events in a way that modern science is only beginning to understand? Perhaps the tomb wasn't just a monument to the dead,
We're free
but
and
also
clear
a
for
portal
flight.
to the unknown, a place where the secrets of the universe were encoded in stone, waiting for someone to decipher them. And then there are the stranger, fringe theories. Could Meisho have been more than just a tomb or observatory? Could it have served as a portal, not in a mystical or spiritual sense, but as a
Sure got
gateway
those
to
bastards.
another time or
These punks
place?
are trying to collect
Some
you
have
too.
suggested
Guess
that
you
the
couldn't help
alignment of the
joining the
structure
fray.
and its complex
Just glad
design
because the
hints
bounty
at
on your
something
head
more
gets
than we can
bigger
see.
the longer you
A connection to ancient
So we just want to make
technologies,
sure it's
lost civilizations, or even extraterrestrial influences. While these ideas remain firmly in the realm of speculation,
Yeah, so
they
now we
add
got
a layer
two
of
camps.
mystery to a site
Bounty
already
hunters who
brimming
want
with unanswered
attention.
questions. Even with the wealth of research and the
We
attention
just want to
given
keep
to
you
Meisho
alive.
over the
So
centuries,
keep that.
the truth remains elusive. What exactly was the purpose of this strange, monumental structure? Was it simply a burial site, or did it serve a much larger, more complex role in the lives of the people who built it? Was Meisho, in fact, a place of profound spiritual significance, a connection between the living and the dead? Or was it, as some have suggested, a place where the secrets of the heavens were encoded in stone? As we leave the dark, we return
loud and clear, Mr. Dakota.
Perfect.
She's a beaut, all right. B1 is almost
Like
free.
so many other agencies.
Probably not. Hey, not me.
Just
stand right here on board.
We're looking behind us. Misty skies of northwestern France.
You know,
Here, in the region of Brittany, lies the Dolmen de la Roche.
Me and my partner will go and grab the hand.
Monument that has captivated the imagination of all.
sounds like you got it all figured out.
At first,
I'd say good luck, but it doesn't exactly work in my favor, so I don't know. Don't have too much fun without me? Yeah, sure.
The
We'll go.
dolmen is a massive stone structure made up of 18 enormous stones with a capstone that weighs an astounding 40 tons. Standing almost 20 feet high, it towers over the surrounding landscape, creating a surreal
Come on, Bob. Pieces are in place. Now we just need to get aboard and finish the
The
mission.
site is both imposing
Here to shoot the breeze?
a juxtaposition that adds to its enigmatic. Its name, Roche au Fay, or Stone of the Fairies, hints at the enduring folklore and legends that surround the site, stories of magic, otherworldly beings, and ancient rituals, stories that seem to link echoing through the trees. The Dolmen de la Roche au Fay is part of a broader tradition of megalithic structures that dot the landscape of prehistoric years. Like many dolmens,
People in the
it likely
place.
served as a burial chamber.
And I miss
Like
it,
the
Roy.
dead relate to
I'm missing it, Roy.
rituals.
So it's
The
like that.
dolmen's long passageway, flanked by the great stones, leads into a small
I got you drained out. No, I am missing one. I'm missing
the deceased
R5.
where it's believed offerings were made to
You know,
ensure safe journey
this ship
to the
isn't
afterlife.
so bad.
HK-47.
But there is
Just needs a
something
little
about this
love.
dolmen that doesn't quite align with
He's
the
like-
normal explanations of
gonna
burial
be one of
practices. The sheer
Never said it.
size and precision with which the
Way
stones
better.
are arranged seem to suggest a greater knowledge of construction,
Yeah,
astronomy,
no, this dude's more
and even geometry.
Yeah, I'll show you when I go here.
Society.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
It cost me 45 G's.
How did the people of this time move such immense stones? Some
I'll
ways.
show you after I drop this suit off. Or,
How did they
no, actually, after he escapes.
with such precision? And what role did the dolmen play in the lives of these ancient people? Was it merely a tool? Did it serve
All I should have to do is do this.
and spiritual function?
All of us T3 and 4.
Mainstream archaeology suggests that dolmens like the Roche au Fay were likely used as communal burial sites, possibly for important individuals or entire families. The alignment of the dolmen with certain celestial events, such as the solstices or lunar cycles, might have made it a focal point for ritual and ceremonial practices, possibly marking the passage of time, the cycles of life and death. Some researchers work to the exact position of
There's
the
the
planets,
T3
which seems to align with
and
the
R5.
sun during the summer solstice, hinting at a deliberate connection between the site and the movements of the sun. This, they argue, might indicate that the dolmen had some kind of ritualistic or astronomical significance, serving as both a tomb and a tool for tracking the passage of time. Yet, even with these plausible explanations, the true purpose of the dolmen remains shrouded in uncertainty. The precision with which the stones were placed, without the aid of modern tools, raises the question: did the people of this time possess knowledge or techniques that we no longer understand? How could they have transported these massive stones, some of which are taller than a man, and how did they lift and position them with such exactness? While mainstream archaeologists suggest that they used wooden sleds, levers, and manpower, the sheer effort involved in such a feat leads some to wonder if there could have been a lost technology, a forgotten method that allowed them to accomplish this with relative ease. Beyond the physical construction, there is a more intangible mystery surrounding the dolmen. The name, Roche au Fay, meaning Stone of the Fairies, speaks to the rich folklore that has grown up around the site. According to local legend, the dolmen was built by fairies or giants, beings with supernatural powers who were said to have moved the stones with ease. undeniable sense of mystery in the air. The dolmen has stood for millennia, weathering countless seasons,
Oh, I haven't got it yet.
and yet its
No.
remains elusive.
I gotta drop this dude off,
Every precision
collect my bounty,
with
and
which
then
the
I'll get there.
stones are arranged suggests an understanding of forces and proportions that seems almost beyond its time. Was it simply a tomb? Or was it a site of ritual? A place where the living communicated with the dead? Or with something more? Some fringe theories suggest that the dolmen was more than just a burial chamber. Could it have been a place of astronomical observation? Perhaps an early observatory for tracking celestial events? The alignment of the stones with the solstices and the lunar cycles suggests a possible connection to ancient knowledge of the heavens. But we're left to wonder, what did the builders know about the stars? And how did they use this knowledge in their daily lives? Could the dolmen have been part of a larger, networked system of sacred sites that spanned the ancient world? A map of the cosmos etched in stone? Others have speculated that the dolmen de la Roche-au-Fay was a site of ancient rituals, perhaps connected to the idea of the fairy folk or the supernatural. The legends surrounding the dolmen hint at a deeper, almost spiritual connection between the builders and the land. Could the dolmen have been a ritual space where the living communed with the unseen, a place where they sought guidance or protection from forces beyond? While the mainstream narrative offers some explanations, there is still much that we cannot explain. Why were the stones of the dolmen placed so precisely? And why does the site hold such a powerful connection to the supernatural or the local imagination? What purpose did the dolmen serve? Was it purely functional, or was it part of a much larger cosmological understanding that has been lost to history? The mystery of the dolmen de la Roche-au-Fay remains unresolved. The stones still stand, silent and enduring, and the answers to the questions they raise may never fully come to light. But as we leave the shadow of the great stones behind, the questions remain. What knowledge did these ancient people possess? And what secrets does this ancient monument still hold? And perhaps more profoundly, what other mysteries lie hidden in the landscapes of our world, waiting to be uncovered? Waiting as we step away from the ancient stones of Brooklyn, we now journey eastward, across the purple hills of Anatolia, to one of the most significant and enigmatic sites in the ancient world, the Arslan Tepe Mountains, located in modern-day Turkey. Here, metals so early in history? Was there a cultural exchange with other civilizations, perhaps the Sumerians in the south, the Hittites to the north? Or did the people of Arslan Tepe independently develop these technologies?
Pretty sure I'm going at the wrong hour again.
While mainstream archaeology suggests that Arslan Tepe was a relatively advanced early civilization, the true nature of its society and its role
I think it's 11 to
in
noon.
the ancient world remains unclear.
Either 11 to noon or 12 to 1, and 12 to 1 doesn't sound right. Either they're there or they're not.
Is its abrupt and mysterious decline. Around 2000 BC, the site seems to have been abandoned almost overnight. What could have caused this dramatic shift? Was it the result of an invasion, an internal collapse, or perhaps a catastrophic event? Some believe that Arslan Tepe may have been overwhelmed by the approaching power of other civilizations, while others suggest that environmental factors, such as a changing climate or natural disaster, may have played a role in the site's demise. The truth is elusive, and as with many ancient sites, the reasons for its abandonment remain unclear. Despite its relatively early occupation, Arslan Tepe has long been overlooked in favor of more famous sites like Çatalhöyük. But recent excavations have begun to reveal just how crucial Arslan Tepe may have been in the development of early urbanization and state formation in the ancient Near East. The discovery of its advanced political systems, monumental architecture, and metalworking technology suggests that Arslan Tepe may have played a role in shaping the course of ancient history in ways we're only now beginning to understand. But there is more to the story than meets the eye. As researchers delve deeper into the site's history, questions continue to arise about the nature of its people and their cultural practices. For instance, what do the carved animal motifs found at the site represent? Many of the animals depicted are exotic, suggesting trade or cultural exchange with distant lands. Could the people of Arslan Tepe have had contact with other advanced cultures that we have yet to identify? Some have speculated that the site's elite may have engaged in ritual practices that involved these animal symbols, possibly linking them to divine forces or celestial events. But with so many unanswered questions, it's impossible to know for certain. Another mystery of Arslan Tepe lies in the enigmatic reliefs and carvings found on the walls of the palace. These carvings depict scenes of ritual sacrifice, but they also suggest a deeper spiritual or political meaning. The depictions of regal figures, sometimes animal heads or high postures, hint at a society with a complex belief system. What did these rulers believe in the daily lives of the people? How much influence did religion and spirituality have on their politics? As we stand at the edge of the Arslan Tepe Mountains, the mysteries of the past beckon us. The site offers us a glimpse into a society that was far ahead of its time, yet whose ultimate fate remains shrouded in uncertainty. What knowledge did the people of Arslan Tepe possess? Knowledge that might have been lost to time or buried beneath the mountains. Was Arslan Tepe truly the center of an early urban civilization? Or was it something more? A place where the boundaries between myth and reality, between the earthly and the divine, blurred. In the quiet expanse of the Malatya Plain, beneath the shadow of these ancient mounds, the questions continue to echo. How did Arslan Tepe fit into the broader tapestry of ancient civilizations, and what secrets remain hidden beneath the earth? From the ancient mounds of Arslan Tepe, we now turn our gaze to another site shrouded in mystery, one that has puzzled archaeologists and historians for centuries. Beneath the warm Mediterranean sun, on the Greek island of Malta, lies an enigmatic network
Okay.
One of the most archaeological features of the ancient world. What purpose did they serve? How were they created? And why have they endured for thousands of years, standing silently against the ravages of time? At first glance, the carvings seem almost mundane, simply deep furrows etched into the rock, running parallel to one another, seemingly perfect symmetry. Some are straight, while others curve and twist across the island's rocky terrain. The ruts, often found in clusters, measure around 30 to 40 centimeters in width, and some can be as deep as 1 meter. Stretching for miles, these tracks cover an extensive area, running through hills, valleys, and plateaus. Their sheer number and scale suggest that they were not accidental, but rather deliberately carved into the land. Yet, despite their prevalence, no one truly knows their purpose. Mainstream explanations typically suggest that the cartwheels were used as ancient roads, worn down by the centuries of use by car-wheeled vehicles. Some believe the ruts were created by the wheels of chariots, carts that passed over the same paths repeatedly, eventually cutting into the stone. But this theory raises more questions than answers. For one, there is no clear evidence that the ancient Maltese civilization, which thrived in the Mediterranean around 2000 to 3000 BC, had carts or wheeled vehicles. While it's true that wheels were used in other parts of the ancient world, the use of wheeled transport in the Maltese Islands has not been definitively proven. So, if the ruts were made from carts, then what caused them? The size
Anything
of
interesting?
ruts suggest that
No, I didn't even get a fucking yellow slip.
wear and tear from low traffic.
Don't you already
In
have one?
fact, some of the ruts are so deep that they seem almost purposefully carved,
No, this time around.
as if they were designed.
Or if I do it, I know what I did with it now.
Maybe it's in there something else hard to go explain. Additionally, many of the ruts are found in locations that seem.
It might be an old one that you never, brought back.
Formations and rugged.
But there's a yellow slip up. It's either in the passenger seat or it's in the
These
center
causes
console.
have led some researchers to
I just seen it.
cartwheel theory altogether. One intriguing alternative is that the cart ruts were created for religious or ceremonial purposes. Some believe that the ruts may have been used as pathways for ritual processions or pilgrimages, leading to sacred sites or temples. The alignment of some ruts with the sun, moon, and stars has fueled this hypothesis, suggesting
Now it's going to go back in 45 minutes.
could have had astronomical significance. Could the cart ruts have served as a form of celestial calendar, marking important solstices or lunar events? If this theory holds any truth, then the cart ruts could represent an ancient attempt to align humanity with the
whoops.
rhythms of the universe, a concept that was central to many early
Oh, dude, and it's 12 minutes, exactly 45 minutes.
Even this theory leaves us with lingering questions. The ancient Maltese created such a layered and expansive pathways for just ritual purposes. Why were these paths carved into the rock at such precise and deliberate manners? And if they were used for religious ceremonies, what do the locations of these ruts tell us about the spiritual beliefs of the people who inhabited them? Was there a larger network of sites connected by these ruts? Were they isolated to specific areas of the island? Another, more speculative theory is that the ruts were vast to the historic transportation system that has since been forgotten. Some researchers have suggested that the ancient Maltese may have used some form of wheeled technology that we have yet to fully understand. Could the people of Malta possess knowledge of vehicles or tools that allowed them to carve the ruts so precisely into the ground? While there is no definitive evidence to support this idea, it opens the door to a more intriguing possibility. If the
To the
ancient
victor goes the spoils. I said that right?
Technologies and systems that we have yet to uncover. In addition to the mystery of their origin, there are also strange variations in the design of the ruts themselves. While most of the ruts are regular, some seem to intersect or curve in unusual ways. In certain places, the ruts appear to split or even form intricate patterns that defy explanation. These oddities have led some researchers to speculate that the cart ruts were not the work of a single culture or people, rather millions of years by the forces of nature. The evenness of the structure could be attributed to the natural fracture of the rock, with the sharp edges and regularity of the stones merely a result of erosion and the passage of time. Yet, despite the mainstream explanation, there remains something about
I recall the layout of the station from the outside. It should give us access to the docking bay. And there's only a slight chance.
The alignment too perfect. The wall is not simply a random scattering of stones, but rather a deliberate construction, a feature that raises the possibility that it may have been built by an unknown civilization, long lost to history. The thought that the wall could have been created by human beings thousands of years ago adds a layer of intrigue to the mystery. Who were the people who built it? And why did they go to such extraordinary lengths to construct such a wall in the heart of a remote wilderness? Adding to the mystery are the cultural and historical contexts of New Zealand. The Maori people, the indigenous inhabitants of the islands, have oral traditions that speak of ancient structures and advanced knowledge, yet none of these stories seem to directly reference the Kaimanawa Wall. The earliest human settlement of New Zealand is generally believed to have occurred around 1,000 years ago, if rival of the Maori. But if the Kaimanawa Wall is man-made, could it be the remnants of a much earlier civilization, one that predates the Maori by thousands of years? Or could it be the work of a civilization that has since vanished, leaving no trace of its existence except for its frequency and historical function?
From here!
Polynesians built the wall, why did they choose such a remote location, far from any known settlers? And why would they leave behind such an elaborate structure, only to have it lost to history? Others speculate that the Kaimanawa Wall could be the product of a much older, even pre-human civilization. Some have even gone as far as to suggest that it may be evidence of an advanced, ancient civilization that existed on Earth tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of years ago, long before the rise of the first known civilizations in Mesopotamia, Egypt, or the Indus Valley. These theories, though highly speculative and lacking in concrete evidence, tap into a deep-seated curiosity about the potential for lost civilizations and forgotten knowledge. Could the wall be a relic of such a society, its true purpose and builders obscured by the passage of time? Another theory points to the possibility that the Kaimanawa Wall could have served a more ritualistic or ceremonial purpose. Its location, nestled in the remote wilderness, and its geometric structure suggest that it may have been designed to serve as a moral boundary, a site for ancient rituals or religious ceremonies. Some researchers have proposed that the wall could have been aligned with celestial events, such as solstices or equinoxes, much like the
Smoking spice, what's up?
ancient Europe. Was it a sacred site, a place where people gathered to honor gods, to mark important seasonal changes?
Lockers in the living quarters, I assume.
What was the significance of the wall to the
Zero G's.
and why was it left to be forgotten? The Kaimanawa Wall remains one of New Zealand's most enduring and perplexing mysteries. Despite decades of research and speculation, the true nature of the wall, and it remains
Oh no, you had to like spoon scoop, not even like the tap scoop thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that at first.
Said that. I was like, this is like some oregano. I can't do nothing. Some shit is picking up without footman.
You're good? Oh, I didn't even look at it.
Woo!
After that second one I got.
Nathan grabbed the hot sun.
Why'd you do that?
You know, I asked myself, I felt how hot it was.
How long did that take? Longer than it should have.
Bro, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wow. See what I mean by like, she didn't give me a chance last time, she just asked you. She just did. I was like,
I talked to her about it last night.
she said,
Yeah, she was just having a fucking shit night, but I was like, yeah, well, there's one way to not get away from it. It's like, I don't know, she didn't feel comfortable going back to her own apartment either. And I was like, I understand, but like, one way to not let that happen is come banging on my door at fucking midnight. And like, she apologized and everything like that. The fuck, dude? Yeah. I don't know, I guess it was just real shit over there. That's what Carmen was saying. She told her. It's her neighbors were being fucking cunts.
like, don't get me wrong. Don't use my live.
That's, yeah, you would have to say something about that one. That one. She's been here. She knows you don't interact with it at all.
Anybody who does.
Ah, you little bitch.
Take the good stuff. Leave the rest.
Take 2 for the scoop knife you believe.
I did.
I know, I'm giving you.
Oh, fuck. That sounds good.
Yeah, it's just about snitch it. No, like,
Dude, I
scoop it onto
can't
the knife.
do that.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You like shovel it onto it and then I could use one knife as a plate and then fold it over?
I get what you're saying. I can't functionally do it.
Really?
Yes. Why do you think I always pick up knives the same way every time?
Holding a paper.
I get what you're saying. I just can't do it.
That's just trying to think. It's a way of adding a wire to the brain. That's like
I would just have to
using
do it.
existing wires.
I would just have to do it.
Just do it!
Yeah, after Shia LaBeouf, that shit.
Shia LaBeouf, man. That was a crazy artist.
Well, when he joined that fucking El Salvadorian gang or some shit.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just took it to
He's just a gangster.
public about it is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, well, dude, he got the fucking gang movie roles. They were in the movie.
that's okay, yeah, that's like Adam Sandler making sure that everyone is friends.
But he's putting it on for the streets, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, how do you ever get out of doing that? You're just like, hey, man, I think I got you guys enough movies. Hey, it's okay, man. You go make your movies on. Or is it like, no, fuck that, man. I won't give myself an Oscar, huh?
Oscar.
Fuck.
an accordion in the background?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for real.
Indication to these people remember what culture they belong to. The dome itself, like many other megalith structures, seems to
It's
be
extravagant.
rooted in multiple movements of human history.
I can't believe it's here, bro.
Trace
Is
its
it?
builders.
Oh wait, I need that. Yeah, I gotta go back at once.
It's 12:30.
Okay, yeah. It's say it's 1 then at that point, or it's like quarter to 1. You just say it's noon. We're already way past noon.
Possessed knowledge and skills that rival the builders of the Egyptian pyramids, stone circles of
What? Who got me on camera?
speculative theories about the dome's origin and purpose abound. Some suggesting that the builders of the dome and Banyu could have been influenced by even more ancient cultures. Could this be the others real world? Connections to early astronomical knowledge passed down through millennia, perhaps originating from civilizations that predate modern history. Some have posited that such megalithic structures could have been created by a now extinct culture that left no written records, their legacy buried beneath layers of snow over time. Others suggest that the dolmen could be part of a much larger network of ancient ritual sites, connected by an understanding of the heavens and the cycles of nature that we can only begin to imagine. As with many ancient mysteries, the dolmen de Banyu raises more questions than it answers. Its stones, weathered by time yet remarkably enduring, stand as silent witnesses to a long
Fuck off.
civilization, one whose knowledge of the earth
Bingo. Let's do that.
its time. Could the dolmen have been part of a ritual landscape that spanned not just the Ile-de-France region,
I don't know.
Did he scare you?
No, I just got in my way.
as well by a community whose spiritual and cultural practices
Oh, I totally missed.
You said that great timing.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the log truck originally, or that truck that drove by, and then I managed to forget about it in that split second. So that's why when you asked about it, I just went back to talk about the game.
That's exactly what was probably happening right around.
Yeah. And I just realized that after a second, I was like, oh wait, that truck. That's what he's talking about. It's like, oh yeah, no.
waiting to be discovered as we continue to piece together.
But there was a dude that got in my way in the game. So
As we leave the mystique of the dolmen de Banyu behind, we now shift our focus to a wider, yet no less intriguing world of the ancient world. An archaeological site that sits quietly surrounded. Far from the bustling cities and well-trained tourist paths, nestled in the rolling hills of County Sligo, lies the creepy keel. This ancient structure, dating back to around 3000 BC, stands as a testament to the enigmatic ways of a long-gone civilization, its purpose and meaning still shrouded in mystery. The creepy keel tombs were a large family of structures found throughout Ireland and the UK, known as tombs. These tombs, with their distinctive horseshoe-shaped enclosures, typically feature a series of upright stones that resemble creepy keel, however, is
did I tore a muscle? What?
even within this already
When did I do that?
its intricate design includes not
Hey.
only the usual vault and burial chamber, but also a series of small passageways and galleries that seem to lead onward, almost as if they were deliberately constructed to confound our understanding. The tomb, though weathered by millennia of exposure to the elements, still retains a sense of the awe it must have inspired those who built it. The stones, some of them 2 or 3 meters in height, appear arranged with an almost deliberate precision. The room itself is encircled by a low stone, marking the sacred space, while the burial chambers lie beyond, nestled within the heart of the structure. At first glance, the creepy keel tomb seems to speak the language of ritual burial. Its grand, almost ceremonial design suggesting that the site was used for funerary practices.
Dude, get the fuck out of my way.
Ancient tombs
What's your name? 80 something? Yeah, 8088.
tombs were first revealed. Its layout differs from more conventional tombs of the period, leading to questions about its original function. Was it solely a tomb? Could it have served other purposes, perhaps even social or spiritual? Could the tomb be a reflection of a deeper belief system, death, life, and the cosmos are interconnected in ways we are only beginning to understand. The tomb's most obvious function seems to be as a burial site. Archaeological excavations have revealed human remains within the tomb, suggesting that it was indeed used for burial purposes, possibly for important figures in the community, like chieftains or religious leaders. However, unlike other tombs from the same era, which tend to be more utilitarian in design, Creepy Keel's elaborate structure, the grandeur of its stories, suggest that it may have been a place of significance beyond the simple burial of the dead. What is most intriguing about Creepy Keel, however, are the unexplained features in the tomb. The spiral passageways and galleries that wind around the central burial chamber are particularly puzzling. These corridors seem almost to defy logic, as they don't lead to any other identifiable chambers.
Oh, they don't need it.
Do they appear to have intended for human passage? Some researchers have suggested that these passageways may have been symbolic, perhaps representing a journey, transition, a path leading the deceased from the living to the afterlife. Yet, if that's the case, why would development access? Could these passageways have served a ritual function, perhaps as part of an initiation or spiritual
Diarrhea.
They part of a larger, unknown system of beliefs that linked the dead to the heavens. There is also the question of the placement of the tomb itself. Like many other megalithic structures, Creepy Keel is strategically situated on a landscape that enhances its sense of mystery. The tomb overlooks a breathtaking panorama, with views of the surrounding hills and valleys stretching far into the distance. It's clear that the builders of Creepy Keel chose this location with care. But why here, specifically? Was it the proximity to certain natural landmarks, such as the nearby mountain ranges or the course of a river, that made this site sacred? Or could there have been other, now lost, sites of spiritual significance in the landscape that have yet to be discovered? Could Creepy Keel have been part of a broader ritual network, connecting other monuments across Ireland, each one designed to align with celestial events or natural phenomena? The alignment of the tomb with astronomical events is also worth considering. Some researchers believe that the positioning of many megalithic structures was influenced by the movement of the sun, moon, and stars. Could it be that the Creepy Keel tomb was aligned with a particular celestial event, perhaps a solstice, an equinox, or a lunar phase? Was it a place where the ancient people of Ireland gathered to mark the changing of the seasons?
Get the fuck out of my way!
Forces of nature. Given the elaborate design of the tomb and its intricate arrangement of stories, it's reasonable to believe that the builders possessed some understanding that this is a understanding
Fucking move then!
superstition or observation. Adding another layer to the mystery is the very construction of the tomb itself. The people who built Creepy Keel had no metal tools, and yet they were able to operate and transport massive stones.
What is going on here?
Several tons or more significant distances. This feat was required an extraordinary amount of labor, organization, and skill. How did they achieve this? Was it simply a matter of brute strength? Did they possess sophisticated knowledge of levers, bullets, and other engineering techniques that have since been lost to history? Some theorists have suggested that the construction of these megalithic tombs required more than just human ingenuity, that the builders could have had access to knowledge from a distant, now vanished civilization. Could there have been more advanced techniques at play here, ones that we can only guess at? One particularly intriguing aspect of Creepy Keel, and indeed many other megalithic structures, is the lack of written records. While we know the general time period of its construction and some details about its use, much of the cultural context surrounding the tomb remains unknown. Who were the people who built Creepy Keel? What rituals and ceremonies did they perform there? Could the tomb have been part of a broader system of belief that connected different regions of Europe during the Neolithic era? The absence of direct evidence about the tomb's builders Keel Core 2, like so many other monolithic sites, offers us more questions than it does solutions. The stone structures stand as silent sentinels to a time long past.
You can fuck right off too, bud.
As the winds that blow across the Irish hills. Were they built solely as tombs, or did they serve a larger spiritual or social function? Were the people who constructed them simply talented builders, or did they possess knowledge that we have long since forgotten? And perhaps most hauntingly, what else is still hidden beneath the earth that greedy keeper, waiting to be uncovered? As we continue to explore these ancient structures, we're reminded that sometimes the questions themselves are the answers.
We're not going to talk about it.
Mysteries of the greedy keeper
Mandalorian's scary.
solved.
Not him, but yeah. Shot him.
Best to look beyond the surface and consider the
Yeah.
mysteries of our
Good
distant
thing he didn't die. I'm going in circles. No.
waiting to be discovered.
Look at my droid, dude. Check this shit. That's how he's getting around. Just yeah.
I gotta go this way. I want this shit too. First, bitch. Yeah, the other one. Yeah.
Found where this was left.
Oh yeah, Carmen told us last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you had that house on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Circle round! Now!
Dude, for real? Shut the fuck up. I knew that was gonna happen as soon as I said it. I might go hop on some payday for a bit. Stream a little payday action. After I come back from the store.
Don't shoot!
Hello, tracker. By now you've probably found my associate Deke and learned that he is not in fact me, and that I am not who I said I was. Darn it, I know, right? Shame about Deke and the others. I never intended for them to die, but well, they knew the risks. Anyway, if you look out the window, you can see I'm taking your beautiful ship. Thanks, by the way. But don't worry, I won't leave you stranded. I'm not that bad a guy. You'll find a container nearby with a key to an old junker that should hold up long enough to get you home. I've left you some other goodies too, just so there's no hard feelings. It should unlock now. As for me, I think I'm out of the stolen ship business after this, so
Damn, he wasn't kidding. Looks like we barely fly. Still, that had to be something. No more room in us just to starve. At least when we get home.
Most makes it our day. I found something for you. We gotta get back to HQ. Let's see what he's left us, and hope he's not luring us into a death trap.
Released. Jump drives restored. Weapons are back up. All shield systems are back in the green.
Oh no!
Airlock integrity looks good.
Bro, I am freezing. Not me being cold, as in like everything keeps moving. I just recently. I might be switching this. Whatever screams that way.
What's up, bro, Hunter? I can show you what it looks like.
Oh, I have no idea, actually.
That's why I said I can show you. We have 12 obstructions. That's why it's getting. That's why it's dwindled on.
I do wonder. If she didn't make it, I just would like to know, like, how and where did it just
Ask her. You have her phone?
No, my phone's inactive right now.
Oh. Oh, that's right. I'll ask her.
Oh,
It's probably in her purse and fucking wherever she got that at. I think it's on the living room. I didn't think about her purse. I guess she was leaving everything there. Well, I'm gonna ask her first.
yeah.
I got a new ship now too.
You have a new ship?
Yep.
Interesting kind of shit.
I don't know. It was
You only have another bottle of vodka over here, right?
it was a bounty hunter ship. Where? What?
Grab it.
Where the fuck did that come from? Holly had it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Should I take some shots?
No.
Why
My
would-
stomach's actually hurting right now.
How would you point that out? It's
Because I was picking it up off the ground.
Yeah, well, some beers too.
Yeah.
You got a case and a half of beer still, I'm pretty sure. Some more yellow.
Ooh.
Alright, I think I have to get a laser. I think it's what the problem is.
Guiding.
Yeah, just a mining laser.
Yeah.
I've got solely your name on it, boss.
Look, I can hit him, no problem. I've been hitting him, but oh shit. It's just not breaking the rocks. Fuck that stuff.
Jump
Oh shit, dude.
What's wrong?
Our scan detected contraband on board.
Review is about to be apprehended.
Copy that.
891 credits. I'll spawn in jail right next to where all my contraband's at. Then guess what I gotta do? Jack that shit back.
Shit, what did I just do? Fire!
Don't break the law and you're good in my book.
What?
The Freestar Collector's got a reputation for being...
let you see. I told you, rookie, that's a bad idea. The only thing we got out of this mission is a clear ID on it. You want to waste your time?
I agree with Roach. Without any information to go on, your search will keep an eye out for it. And if the opportunity presents itself, more importantly, Roach, how do you do?
Other than some mild...
I trust your endorsement. With that, your assessment as with other bounties on the display will now be of lastly, you... It is affirmed. Hence,
Look what the Ashton dragged in.
a nod to the stars that align our paths. Certainly, it's largely the same whether you're finding targets of opportunity with your scanner, taking on a elite tracker bounty mission, or going after you've convinced your target to surrender, or subdued them through non-lethal force. You can register in outlets either local law enforcement or a specialized tracking unit company. With someone on their way, your target will not get far. It will be charged with additional felony. Yes. I can see why you would ask. Not everyone in the Alliance feels it's more of a tradition. We have trackers who specialize. They have the ships and equipment. Our system works pretty well. I am no one. Upon assuming them to protect family. I will simply state they call me Agent Number One. Use they or them. Yes, and as far as anyone knows, however, my name is no great one. As a rank and file tracker or leader such as myself, I know that to attain after the near the Trackers Alliance, the governments have settled this mutual trust. An agent takes on a more administrative role, where often, when both roles are equal. An agent takes on often, when both roles are equal. Leave no quarter, show no mercy.
I know it's home and everything. I'll carry anything you need. All that junk really necessary?
Welcome to Oculus. Happy to. The Trade Authority looks, down to business.
Yo! Oh, I don't know. Do you think you can? You think so, huh? Fucking think so, huh? Uh-huh. Nope. Unnecessary. Unnecessary ruckus. Well, I'm the rep, and then like the house got knocked into me, so there you go. It's on the house here. There you go. That's all I have. I got 80K, right where you put it last time. Right to me. Give me that, Or is it over here? Never mind, it's over here. I just remember handing it to you last. I didn't know where to do that. Probably. Don't move until it. Hold on to it. You got everything you need now.
Do you have business with the... Now you speak.
I actually put the headphones in as soon as an enemy was walking in front of me, shooting at another teammate.
Damn! Automatic power
assist armor spacing.
Chickens.
Damn!
What?
A scout.
Scalp?
Scout? Yes.
Oh. Where the blood spurts out while they're scalping you?
Yeah. It is your name for small names.
Oh. That's not special class.
You say scout, folks? Scout.
Oh! That makes more sense. I heard scalp. That makes sense.
Fuck off.
Aquila City is bustling. One of the busiest trade authority branches in the galaxy.
Oh. Hey.
I know what you're going right now.
Your ship's not half bad.
Hey, need some work done? Okay.
Just a second. I got 8 ships now.
Yeah, if you want to. I can't invite Asian for some reason, so if you want to, I can try and invite I just can't. It's locked.
I just spam.
Yeah, it lets me invite everyone, but like anyone, but just like it's just I don't know if it's his settings.
I'm sure.
Sure.
No, I'm just editing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Monkey. I have to push start button right so. Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't just look away from you. Yeah, he swung the corner and just threw me fire.
Yo, I think I forgot to turn my TV on.
Lay down some wood, lost 5 rounds in a row. Lay down some wood. Lay down some wood. Is no not here. It's like AFK for like the past 5 years.
Well, he said he had to go do something.
Yeah, I'll just keep giving a vitamin whenever you join that.
Is this bed on his record too? Crazy one.
Yeah, I didn't join that.
No, you go ahead.
I tried for about 15 years.
Bruh.
What is that? Is that cannons? Are those like? Oh my god!
And I got 2 more on the
Those are
side.
some like frigate cannons, bro.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Night. Right.
Welcome back.
Hey, what's going on?
Are you training for some sort of weightlifting competition?
senor.
Yes, sir.
Can I grab a box or something?
You're gonna have to. You're gonna. Got 11 seconds left to spare. Oh! Oh my god! That was good. Oh! Before the end of the line.
Here you go. Non-sugar. I'm 95% sure he's doctor. Yep, doctor.
I feel bottom of the Gatorade giving away. Oh, yeah. Now.
Reese.
Oh, yeah. What? The MREs. MREs. Yeah. Dope. Yeah. Oh no, my joint is broken. Hey, hold up. What? Resend the stuff.
Yeah.
I know, that's why I stopped pressing. I was like, I'm actually scared. Because I squeezed the sides more than I pushed down on the top. Oh. Shit.
You can bring those meatballs to your dog next time. Drop off his roasting. Merry Christmas. gotta grab some. I gotta clean the counter off here.
Yeah. There.
Oh, Carmen already sold that fucking Wi-Fi thing. I don't know when.
What?
Yeah.
Right.
I asked her where she put it. She said that, so we didn't want it. So I didn't say that. I said
No.
I didn't know where to put it.
No. You said.
I had to find somewhere to put it.
Yeah. We were gonna figure that out once it was done. Ready to take it.
Yeah. But, oh well.
That would be very useful.
I'm half curious this is going to turn to her thinking I'm gaslighting. Because I swear to God.
No, because I would say the last time we both pretty much saw it was down there, and I don't remember a conversation about it besides what you said. Because it's gonna put a bunch of shit. That's great. Oh, my finger. Oh.
I would just loaded them in the drink holder. Why is that's not how they'll go there?
Because I still got.
No, those Gatorades would fit right there. Where that milk and Rainier's at. That's what that's for. It's not a cage.
I think it's a cage.
Right now, yeah. Start load it from the bottom, for Christ's sake.
Never.
That's not what I meant. No. You're not gonna get nearly as many. It's not gonna fit.
What do you mean?
That's not how it goes
Oh,
in
you
there.
want it sideways?
Yeah. Stuck up. Oh, you're gonna give me an aneurysm. It's alright. I can't do anything about it. I'm not the one doing it. It's cool. Distract yourself. It's cool. Still on the bottom shelf with me? Yeah, that's fine. We ain't got no condoms in there. Yeah, well, when you go and do that, we'll throw them in the top.
Just normal. Just die.
As long as they don't fall out, they're good. Good shit. It's like the last one. No, there's one, two more, I think. Perfect. Next shelf there. Oh, there's three. There we go. Oh, now you want to put it together.
Yeah, it is 1, 2, 2, 1.
There, sir. Just do like half the bag. Or rip the whole bag. Just oh Christ. Come on, go look. Tell me more, no? Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, you're not my God.
Yeah, wait.
Whoa!
That one came to my mind like a bolt of lightning. When Moses first moved, he could fucking part the seas. So I could
Do it.
That's how that thought came to my mind.
Alright, I'll take it back. You got more shit to put in there still.
I know, I'm still not.
What in the hell? Okay, it's good. Stay on half of it. I'm spotty on the other half. Still missing the whole middle of the bridge.
I know.
Oh.
Because it's not what the gear is.
I don't even want to know what form I want these to go in right now.
Sounds about right. Yeah, that checks out. Staring at me from afar. Is he okay? 2 foot. Yeah, he's fine. God.
Is there 2 boxes anyway?
Huh?
There's 2 boxes anyway.
Yeah. Felt like a zip pop.
Ferda! What? It's a Ferda. Ferda.
Probably the best one you can. Unless it's just undercooked.
There's cans and 1 stick is a serving. There's 5 grams of protein in each stick. I'm not sure what 23 means, but I don't even know.
That'd be terrible.
We're talking volume or area.
Good Lord. It's a fat pizza.
I get it, you're running it off.
I already You're not.
Laying on it, slide down the bottom of that door. Make it an angle with the indicator in. Not there. Problem solved.
Go, I slowed down forward things.
Well,
But do you like the way it's presented? Did it turn out better than you thought?
Yeah, just the face. Once you get deeper, it's gonna be all sorts of baby fuck. I'm gonna find a blue and a red, and then fucking Crips and Bloods can't be
red, black, blue.
Yeah, but the background doesn't. It didn't when I left the room earlier.
Do I sense paraphernalia?
Well, if you sense it, you probably see it though.
Huh? No, you said sense. That means I could see it. I could.
Either way, the sense it. This ain't cut grass for shit. Oh. There we go. Cut that grass on. Get there, the body on arms. They start gardening companies.
I got this!
Just fucking blowing my yard. Shit, a weed eater. Oh my goodness.
going in out on it. Bro, I was nervous about that. Even though I was watching the film, that music just has my brain was not.
It was more on the yard at the time.
Either way, I
It was
know.
like that. No,
Like I just tuned in, like focused.
Viva la Raza shit. Viva la. Who's that song?
Viva la Revolución.
Yeah, but, yeah.
La Revolución. I'm scared.
What tree?
especially when you know your star resistance to show exactly it is the now I reached out back about October, but the TV is
What? Oh. I'd love to play. I'd definitely hit the game.
The game that
Say, would you like a hobo? Oh, and they already fell apart. Oh. Oh. I literally just peeled the chocolate off. What's going on? Forgot what I was doing. I just take this bitch over? Forgot what I was doing. Straight back home. Oh, that's right. Not the ho-ho part, but the distraction, yes. Alright, maybe the ho-ho part. That's a terrible name.
Scanner is illustration's best friend.
Is this any of my shit? Yeah. Damn it.
Good to see you.
Hey, how are you?
Welcome to the Freestar Collective.
Unstable.
Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. Attention! Our scan indicates you have contraband on... Forward. Kill your engines and respond immediately to our hail.
Active combat. Touching down.
Life in all its many-colored glory.
Backdoor pounder. Fucking hackers.
Oh.
So you're actually working today, pounder? I'll bet you can fucking in, bro. Now we'll see this man.
Huh? Anyone?
I don't mean to waste anybody's time by doing that. I'm just trying to get into it.
Wow, I thought that second fucking curtain here to see the ball later.
Now, you're not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never. Poor choice of words. You being nice to the crew, too?
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
What they say, don't listen to rumors.
Oh no.
some buried beneath the earth, others hidden in plain sight. For centuries, humanity has unearthed artifacts and structures that defy logic, challenging everything we thought we knew about our past. But what if the answers are not as simple as we imagine? From lost civilizations to unexplained technologies, there are mysteries that still leave experts scratching their heads. How did ancient builders move massive stones with no tools we can comprehend? What secrets lie within cryptic texts, abandoned cities, and strange ruins? Join us as we journey through 3 hours of ancient anomalies, unraveling the bizarre truths that humanity has yet to fully understand. On a small island in the Gulf of Morbihan, off the coast of Brittany in France, lies a structure that seems almost too ancient to comprehend. Gavrinis, a solitary speck of land barely above the waterline, holds one of the most enigmatic archaeological sites in Europe. At first glance, it appears as little more than a rugged stone outcrop, unassuming, quiet, forgotten by most. Yet, beneath its weathered surface, something remarkable waits to be uncovered. The island is home to a megalithic tomb, built sometime around 3500 BC, during a period when the world was still in the throes of early human civilization. Known as a passage tomb, the site consists of a long, narrow corridor lined with massive stone slabs, leading into a chamber filled with more stones, all placed with an exacting precision. The tomb itself is an engineering feat, but it's not the construction that has captured the imagination of archaeologists and historians. It's the mysterious carvings etched into the stones. Some of these carvings depict intricate spirals, geometric patterns, and symbols that seem to defy easy interpretation. They resemble other megalithic sites across Europe, but their meaning remains as elusive as ever. Historians have long speculated that the carvings may have held some religious or cosmological significance, perhaps linked to the movements of the sun and the stars. It is believed that ancient people, steeped in ritual, may have used the tomb as a place of worship or burial, where the dead could be ushered into the afterlife. The precise alignment of the stones and the shadows cast upon the walls during certain times of the year suggest that the builders had an advanced understanding of astronomy, and perhaps even an early form of writing, although this remains unproven. But even with this knowledge, the true purpose of the tomb remains veiled in mystery. Some theorists argue that the carvings on the stones may not just be decorative, but represent a lost language, a symbolic script that could have once conveyed ideas and beliefs now lost to time. Could Gavrinis have been a place of advanced communication, a site where knowledge was passed down across generations in a way we no longer understand? And if so, who were the people who left these marks behind? What kind of society could build such a structure, and why? Some fringe theories suggest that the tomb's design and carvings are evidence of a more sophisticated culture, one that predates even the earliest modern civilizations in the Near East. Could the builders of Gavrinis have had connections
I've not seen that yet
with
so
the
far. Where the
Mediterranean,
fuck did that come from?
or even with civilizations that we have yet to uncover in the ancient world? It's a provocative thought, though there is no archaeological evidence to support such claims. Nonetheless, the question lingers. Was Gavrinis just another burial site? Was it something more? Perhaps a place of ritual that transcended time and space? The questions grow more complex.
This is bigger than the planet.
The tomb's construction. The sheer
Bigger than two
scale
of them.
and effort required to transport and position these
Gotta be
massive
away
stones, some weighing over 50 tons, suggests a society with remarkable organizational skills. How did these people manage to cut, transport, and place such heavy stones with such precision, all without the wheel or advanced tools? The answer remains elusive, but it raises further questions about the technological capabilities of Neolithic people. But perhaps the most unsettling aspect of Gavrinis is that, despite the wealth of knowledge we have gained over centuries of exploration, mysteries it contains are hidden deep within a world that no longer speaks to us in ways we can fully comprehend. What we have are fragments, carvings, stones, patterns, that suggest something much greater than a mere burial site. But what was that something? Was it merely the ritual of a distant people, or was it something more profound? Perhaps Gavrinis wasn't just a place of death, but of rebirth, a threshold between this world and another, designed to guide the spirit into realms beyond our understanding. The tomb of Gavrinis continues to stand as a silent guardian of the past. The mysteries of its stones, its builders, and its true purpose remain a tantalizing enigma. Despite the years of study and the myriad theories, it remains just out of reach, an open question in the story of human history. What lies buried beneath the stones of Gavrinis, waiting to be discovered? And will we ever truly understand the meaning of what was left behind? Only time will tell. In the heart of the sacred valley of the Incas, nestled high in the Andes Mountains, there exists a place that seems as though it were carved not by the hands of men,
Can't get any closer,
but
huh?
by the very earth itself. Ollantaytambo, the sprawling Incan site, is famed not only for its stunning terraces and temples, but also for the giant, precisely cut stones that make up its walls. Standing before these towering stone structures, it's impossible not to wonder, how could such colossal blocks, some weighing as much as 50 tons, have been transported and precisely placed without the advanced technology we take for granted today? The walls of Ollantaytambo are a marvel of ancient engineering, but they are also an enigma. These massive stones, each one perfectly shaped and fitted without the use of mortar, form walls that appear as though they were effortlessly melted together by some lost technique. The precision with which the stones have been cut and the manner in which they interlock is unlike anything found in typical Incan construction. It's a level of craftsmanship that raises immediate questions. How were these stones carved so perfectly without metal tools? And how were they transported from quarries miles away? The answers to these questions remain elusive, but the intrigue surrounding the site only deepens when we begin to consider the mysteries surrounding the construction itself. Mainstream archaeologists suggest that the walls of Ollantaytambo are part of a ceremonial and military complex, constructed during the reign of the Inca Emperor Pachacuti in the 15th century BC. But if this site was simply a military stronghold, why go to such extraordinary lengths to craft walls of this magnitude, with stones that are not only large, but seem almost impossibly well fitted? The craftsmanship at Ollantaytambo is more than just a testament to the Incan Empire's prowess. It hints at a deeper, perhaps more ancient level of knowledge, one that has yet to be fully understood. Some scholars suggest that Ollantaytambo's walls might have been built with a specific purpose in mind: to harness the Earth's natural energies. The site sits at an intersection of ley lines, hypothetical alignments of geographical locations that some believe are tied to the flow of natural forces. The precision of the stonework and the site's alignment with the surrounding landscape have led to theories that the Incas, or even their predecessors, might have been trying to tap into the Earth's energy grid. Could this be a temple of forgotten rituals, designed not just as a place of power, but as a conduit to something more profound? Then there is the question of the stones themselves. The quarries from which they were mined, particularly the one located at the distant site of Pinquiluna, are miles away. How could such immense stones have been transported up steep, rugged terrain, with no apparent signs of the kind of infrastructure one would expect for such an enormous task? Traditional theories suggest the use of ramps, levers, and thousands of laborers to move the stones, but even these methods remain unconvincing to some. Some fringe theories entertain the idea that advanced knowledge of sound and vibration might have been employed to levitate the stones into place, an idea inspired by ancient texts and myths from cultures across the world that hint at forgotten technologies. What's more, some speculate that the massive walls might not have been intended solely for physical strength or military defense? Could they have had a symbolic purpose, perhaps relating to the spiritual or astronomical beliefs of the Incas? The precise alignment of certain walls and terraces with the movement of the sun during solstices has led some to suggest that the site could have been a celestial observatory, constructed with the purpose of aligning the people with the cosmos, bridging the gap between Earth and sky. Yet, despite the compelling theories and the breathtaking ingenuity on display, the true purpose and methods behind the construction of Ollantaytambo remain shrouded in mystery. These ancient builders simply had their time, or did they possess knowledge lost to history? Knowledge that we may never fully grasp. And if this is the case, what else might be hidden within the ancient walls of Ollantaytambo, waiting to reveal its secrets? As the sun sets over the sacred valley, casting long shadows on the great stone walls, one cannot help but feel that Ollantaytambo is more than just an archaeological site. It's a message from the past, a riddle left unsolved, challenging us to reconsider what we know about ancient civilizations and the limits of human achievement. What else might lie beneath the surface of this forgotten city, still waiting to be discovered? Only time will tell. Nestled in the rolling hills of County Meath, Ireland, there lies a collection of stone structures that have puzzled archaeologists for centuries. Known as the Low Cairns, these ancient burial mounds, scattered across the landscape, stand as silent witnesses to a time long past, in which their builders left behind only cryptic markings and enigmatic architecture. But what secrets do these stones hold? And what was their true purpose? The cairns themselves are remarkably well preserved, a testament to the skill and dedication of the people who constructed them around 3000 BC, at the height of the Neolithic period.
No, I know.
The mounds, made of large stones arranged in intricate patterns, are scattered across the summit of Slieve na Caillia, a hill whose very name evokes mystery,
As wonderful as living worlds are,
Hill of the Witch.
look out for predators.
The cairns themselves are megalithic burial tombs, each a collection of carefully placed stones surrounding a central chamber.
If you need me to
These chambers, though small, were once used for the burial of the dead, and the arrangement of the stones around them suggests a deeply ritualistic purpose, one intertwined with the beliefs and cosmology of the ancient people who built them. What sets Loughcrew apart from other similar sites, however, are the strange carvings found within the tombs. The walls of the chambers, some of which have been exposed to the elements over thousands of years, are adorned with an array of symbols, spirals, circles, and various abstract patterns. These carvings, while similar to those found at other ancient sites, remain undeciphered. What did they mean to the people who left them behind? Were they simple artistic expressions, or did they carry a deeper, perhaps spiritual significance? Some archaeologists propose that these markings were connected to the heavens. The alignment of the cairns with specific celestial events, such as the equinoxes and solstices, suggests that the builders had an advanced understanding of the movements of the sun and moon. It's possible that the cairns were not just tombs, but places of ritual or observation, constructed to track the changing seasons and the cycle of life and death. If this is true, it would imply that the people who built Loughcrew had a cosmological worldview, one that saw the land as connected to the heavens in a way that we may struggle to comprehend today. Yet, this theory, while widely accepted, doesn't fully explain all the strange details of the site. For one, the purpose of the tombs themselves remains open to interpretation. Were they merely places to honor the dead, or did they serve a more complex ritual function? Some fringe theories suggest that Loughcrew may have been a site of profound spiritual significance, perhaps even a gateway to another realm, an ancient understanding of the afterlife. The idea that the cairns might have been built to facilitate some kind of spiritual or energetic exchange, either with the deceased or with forces beyond human understanding, remains a compelling possibility, though it remains purely speculative. There There's also the mystery of the builders themselves. Who were the people who constructed these caves, and what drove them to build such intricate monuments? Some scholars speculate that they were part of a larger, widespread megalithic culture that stretched across Europe, from Ireland to the Mediterranean. Could the builders of Lofcrew have had contact with other distant peoples, sharing knowledge and beliefs that we have long since forgotten? Others propose that the site was part of a local tradition, with its own unique customs and rituals, entirely separate from the wider megalithic culture. But without concrete evidence, this remains a tantalizing, though unproven, possibility. And then, there is the question of the hill itself. Slieve Nakalia. The mountain is steeped in local legend, with tales of witches and supernatural forces that seem to stretch back to the very origins of the site. Was the hill sacred to the people who built the cairns, or did its mysterious aura come later, as centuries of folklore accumulated around it? In the absence of written records, it's impossible to say for certain, but the presence of such myths suggests that Lofcrew was not just a physical site, but a place charged with symbolism and power, whether spiritual, astronomical, or something else entirely. But as with many ancient mysteries, answers remain elusive. While a blow to the head is still considered one of the most plausible explanations for King Tut's death, no conclusive evidence has been found to support the theory of murder. Furthermore, the idea of a curse surrounding the tomb has only added another layer of intrigue to the legend of King Tut. Was there truly a curse placed on those who dared to disturb the tomb of Egypt's most famous pharaoh? Some have pointed to the deaths of several members of Carter's excavation team, most notably Lord Carnarvon, the financier of the expedition, who died shortly after the tomb's discovery. The media of the time sensationed the remote, windswept shores of Easter Island, or Rapa Nui as it is known to the indigenous people. There exists a site that stands as one of the most perplexing enigmas in archaeology. Ahu Vinapur, the platform that once supported the monumental statues, for which the island is famous, is a place that both mystifies and captivates those who encounter it. The stonework here is unlike anything else on the island, or for that matter, anywhere in the world. Its precision and craftsmanship suggest a level of skill that is as awe-inspiring as it is inexplicable. The first striking feature of Ahu Vinapur is the extraordinary quality of the stonework. The blocks used in the construction of the platform are large and perfectly cut, fitted together with such precision that not even a blade of grass can fit between them. The stone slabs are so finely aligned that it's difficult to see how they could have been moved, shaped, or set in place using the tools available to the Rapa Nui people in the 10th century BC. Yet, there is no sign of mortar, and no gaps between the stones. It's as if the blocks were formed to fit one another naturally, as though the island's very earth conspired to create this structure. This remarkable craftsmanship has led many to question just how it was achieved. Mainstream archaeological explanations typically attribute the stonework to the advanced engineering capabilities of the Rapa Nui people themselves, who, by the time of European contact, had already mastered stone cutting and transport. They believe that the Ahu Vinapur platform, like the other Ahu sites across the island, was constructed for religious and ceremonial purposes. The statues that once stood upon the platform were likely placed to honor important ancestors, representing a powerful connection between the people and their gods. However, the craftsmanship at Ahu Vinapur was so advanced that it challenges conventional wisdom. The island's indigenous people, the Rapa Nui, had no known contact with other ancient civilizations of the time, especially those from the distant continents of South America or Asia. So how could their stonework be so similar in technique and precision to that found in other places? Specifically, the masonry at Ahu Vinapur bears striking resemblances to the stonework of the ancient civilizations of the Andes, particularly the Inca Empire, thousands of miles to the west. The unmistakable quality of the stonework, interlocking stones without mortar is a hallmark of Incan architecture, particularly at sites like Ollantaytambo in Peru. Could this similarity be a coincidence, or does it point to an ancient connection between the peoples of Rapa Nui and the Andes? Some scholars have posited that the techniques used to construct Ahu Vinapu were passed along by seafaring peoples who had contact across the vast Pacific Ocean. While this idea remains speculative, it raises questions about the nature of ancient trade routes, travel, and cultural exchange. Was there a forgotten maritime tradition that connected far-flung peoples? Perhaps a lost network of civilizations whose knowledge and technologies have been erased from history? Adding to the mystery is the fact that Ahu Vinapu is one of the few sites on the island where the stonework is not typical of other Ahu platforms. While the other sites on Easter Island feature stonework that, though impressive, is rougher and less precisely fitted, Ahu Vinapu stands apart for the sheer sophistication of its construction. It's as if the stonecutters of Ahu Vinapu were working with a completely different set of tools, or perhaps even a different understanding of architecture altogether. The question then becomes, why was this level of craftsmanship reserved for Ahu Vinapu? And what was its intended purpose?